from the beginning of 19th century art, typically portrayed women in ways that align with the imaginations and ideals of men at the time. However, as modern art began to develop, it brought change in the depiction of gender roles, specifically women's position in society. This shift in the way women were represented later opened the door for artists to further challenge gender stereotypes and cultural conventions. In the late 19th century, many artists began depicting scenes of entertainment within their society, simultaneously showing the gender roles of their time. And when was Lelouch, the artist, shows a couple belonging to the wealthy bourgeois class enjoying an opera, as adequately shown in this painting. Women of the bourgeois class were not allowed at events without their partners. Quixote's Woman in a Loge contrasts with the previous painting in that it depicts a lone female captivated by the opera. Her delight at the opera, independent of a man's company, was often upsetting to the male ideal at the time. This painting deters greatly from the social standards at the time and was considered by many to be highly controversial. Claude Cahun is best known for her series of self-portraits, including Portrait of a Mademoiselle X, which challenge conventional gender roles of androgynous figures. Parts of the photos have been assembled in a loosely surrealist photo montage that both confuses and intrigues the viewer. Although the images are photographic, it is unclear whether the depicted figures are male or female, which projects an ambiguity and openness to the interpretation. Cahun moves beyond societal norms, where only male and female are acceptable forms of interpretation. Cahun continues to work on self-portraits, typically as photographs, throughout her life. Her unapologetic lesbianism with her stepsister, Marcel Moore, gave her a sense of freedom and liberation in her work. Photos always played upon the theme of sexual identity, whether it meant appearing masculine, feminine, or neither, and often used recurring motifs such as masks or mirrors. I am both image maker and image. The body may remain erotic, sexual, desired, but it is well votive, marked written over in a text of stroke and gesture discovered by my creative female will. Carolee Schneemann has been considered by many to be a major figure in contemporary performance art. In her film I Body, Schneemann incorporates her own painted naked body into an environment of broken mirrors, lights, paint, and photographs. Schneemann hoped to free human sexuality from its restraints while glorifying the female body in its creative action. She seeks to empower women and lend homage to their sexual prowess through movement and body. Morimura uses cross-dressing in his version of Manet's Olympia to not only challenge the Western art tradition of female nude, but to also challenge the stereotype of homosexuals and Asian males as effeminate. Morimura poses as both the maid and the infamous courtesan, adding a Japanese kimono to the wardrobe. He was able to depict Manet's courtesan as a Japanese bride, adding a dynamic that relates specifically back to the artist's culture. The black cat depicted in the work symbolizes a totem to commerce and prosperity, as opposed to infidelity, which is one of the themes of its precursor. As in Morimura's art, it has become a normality to challenge the idea of fixed gender roles, that are present in modern culture, creating more expansive gender identities where male and female stereotypes are weakened compared to the restrictive gender roles of the 19th century.